Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Brigitta. Welcome to Paper Craft Mix. In the video from today I want to make a card with you, and some people ask me if I want to show how you use the Dutch Doobadoo or Marianne design stencils that I often use for my cards. So in this video I want to show you how I am going to use them and how that all works. First I want to show you the paper pad that I've chosen for today, and that's the Some Christmas Joy from Craft Sensations. It's one of the new sets from this year, and I wanted that because it combines really well with the cute vintage images that I have from Bella Lulu. And I thought it would be cute to combine these together. And the two pages that I chose for my card is this cute page with Santa and a reindeer, and this one with the cute rabbits and mouses on the Christmas ornaments. And then you think how busy that will be, but this is not the only thing I am going to use. I will also combine it with cardstock. Well, the Dutch Doobadoo set that I am going to use I already showed in the video, and that's this one with the two Christmas ornaments. And if you are interested, this is the number of it. It's the Card Art Christmas Baubles Oval. And you get two in the set. I made one card already where I combined these two. You already have seen that on my channel. Today I want to do something different, and I am going to combine two of them, and then I will connect them with, I think, this circle die. So you will see how this will work out. So yeah, let's start. So we start with the stencil. I'm showing you that on front there is an impression of the brand, and then you can see what's the front of the stencil and what is the back. I'm showing you the two lines, so you draw the outside line on your cardstock, that is your base of the card, and the inside line you use for your patterned paper or your different color cardstock. That works of course as well. So here I'm showing you what I am going to draw on which paper. And yeah, it's just really easy. I use my magnetic mat that I have to hold my stencil in place, and the craft cardstock will be the base of my card. So I'm taking a sharp pencil and I will draw the outside line. So outside of the stencil I'm drawing, because that will be the base of my card. I am doing this 2 times, of course, because we will connect 2 of the ornaments with the circle die that I showed in the intro of this video. And what you need to mind is that you always use the same side of the stencil when you draw, that you don't flip the stencil. Why is it? For this stencil it doesn't really matter, because it's a stencil that you can flip and it will be exactly the same. But sometimes you have a stencil that is not exactly the same or even on both sides. So if you flip it, then you will not, your patterned paper will not match your cardstock base. So here I am flipping the paper because I want my pencil lines on the back of the paper that is not going to show. And yeah, with this stencil that's really easy. And it doesn't matter if I flip my stencil or not. But again, as I explained, with a different stencil it does matter. I hope you get what I mean. It's hard to explain. Although I am drawing on the back of the papers, I still remove all my pencil marks afterwards. You will see that. I use the beautiful white cardstock that is a little bit of pearlescent for the top of the ornaments. And I've already drawn everything, and now I'm going to cut it out. You can use whatever scissors you like for this. I always like to use this smallest scissor that I have. It's a scissor that is especially for 3D card making, for cutting out the small images. But I like to use this for the Dutch Doobadoo or Marianne design stencils as well. It just works best for me, but you do you. You can use whatever scissors you like. So here you see me cut out one of the ornaments. And off camera I will do the second one, and also I will cut out the patterned paper off camera because, yeah, cutting is just really boring to look at. So, but I do want to show you how I do with one of them. Now, and I'm going to take my eraser, as I said, and I'm going to erase all my pencil lines. Because pencil lines, that's not a pretty sight on your project. So yeah. Then I'm coming back. I did, as I said, off camera, cut out 2 of the crafts ornaments, 2 of the patterned paper ones, 2 of the top pieces, and I cut out with this die a red cardstock, and I cut out the sentiment of the same paper as the snowman with a different die, as I just showed you. And the top of the ornaments I did not draw and cut by hand, because by the life of God I cannot draw a beautiful circle and cut it out, so I did use a die from my stash. I am distressing all my cardstock and patterned papers with Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. It's my favorite color to distress with. If I want it a little bit more dark, I always use Walnut Stain Oxide as well, or Distress Ink. I have both of them. Afterwards, I seen that I did forget to ink my snowman and the die cuts that I am going to show and use later on. But the base of my card I did ink, as you can see, and I use a domed cushion on my Studio Light ink blending tool. I love the Studio Light set. They come with 3 of them and they all have beautiful colored handles. But I prefer the domed cushions instead of the flat ones that came with the original Ranger ink blending tools. Really happy with this set. And yeah, this takes some time. If you distress with ink, you know that you have to be a little bit patient to do this. But I do think it gives an instant vintage feel to your project. And that's what we are going for on this card. So yeah, this was all the inking, and now I'm going to glue everything down. My patterned paper I'm gluing down with my favorite glue, and that's the tacky glue that I buy at Action. And the brand is called Creation. I do think it's the same quality as the Eileen's tacky glue that I bought in the past at my craft stores, and it is a lot more expensive than this glue. And I also am going to use my 3D tape from the Action. That's flat 3D tape. They only have it in 1 thickness, but I use a thicker one that I buy at Noor & Zo as well later on in the video. So now I am gluing down my patterned paper on the base of the cards. I am adjusting it a little bit, of course. And this glue also dries clear. So that's really nice. So the really cute sentiment, all is bright, from the same paper that I cut out the snowman. And I use my 3D tape from the Action to give it a little bit of dimension on the red circle or starburst. I don't know how I need to call it. Love that die set. Is as well from AliExpress. It's a nesting die set. Really versatile. And with my double end pick tool I am taking off my backing from my 3D tape, because with my gel nails that's not so easy, and this tool does it really quickly. As you can see, I use it every time I am crafting. It's really handy to put out the dies out of the paper out of your dies, the tiny pieces, and for removing the backing of my tape. So yeah, now I am gluing down the small elements. Most of the time I put this glue in a small bottle, a fine tip bottle, but the evening that I made this card I could not find it anywhere in my craft room. I don't know where it was. I needed to search for it, and a few days later I did find it. And yeah, that's why I use the big bottle right now. And now I am looking and trying out to space out the ornaments and the circle in the middle. And yeah, my magnetic mat is really handy for this because it has a grid pattern on it, and that really helps me. As I said, I have always trouble gluing things straight. Here you see me use the thicker tape that I buy at my craft store, And afterwards I have rearranged the tape because, and you will see it in a minute, when I glued everything down, some of the tape was peeping out of the papers, so it stuck to my mat. So off camera I did rearrange my tape so that everything was not showing, so the tape was not showing and the back of my card was not sticky. And here I am trying to space it out, and yeah, in a minute I remember that I am working on my magnetic mat, so why don't I use my magnets to hold everything in place? Yeah, why didn't I think of that immediately? So yeah, that's worked. And here you see that that the tape was peeking out, so it was stuck to my base. Now I'm back with all the die cuts that I did off camera, because I think die cutting is also really boring to look at, so I did that off camera. I used a different die from AliExpress to make the green stars, and that will be the grounding base for my snowman, so that they pop off the cards and don't disappear in the background, because the background is really busy. Love that papers from Craft Sensation, but really busy. So here I'm trying to get them even on the card, on both sides of the cards. And the green paper that I use here, I buy at Vibra. It's really cute with pearlescent pattern on it, and I love to use it for the holidays. And I did see afterwards, while I am doing this voiceover and editing my video, that I need to be more aware of the placement of my card when I'm doing tutorials. I'm not doing them a lot. I really plan on doing them more, but I see now that I need to place my project a little bit more in the center of my screen. I didn't notice that while I was working on this card. I'm going to put down the cute snowman that I cut out with my small scissors, the same one as I used for my base of the cards, and I used the thin 3D tape from Action again to give it a little bit more dimension. I think they are so cute, so adorable. Again, it's from Bella Lulu, it's a Dutch brand, so that one is cute as well. I did look afterwards if I could put some extra images from that paper set on the card, but that would be too busy. This bow die I have from AliExpress, I really like it. It comes with the antlers, with the nose of the reindeer, and with the cute star that you see on my magnetic mats. Love it. I really like to cut out the nose out of red glitter foam, but I don't have a lot of it anymore. That was gifted to me in the past by Steph, Brown Baby Craftaholic, and I cannot find it here in the Netherlands, so if you know where I can buy it, please let me know. It's meant to go on the antler, so I do that, but I cut 2 extra ones, as you can see, and that will be placed on my cards in a minute. All the greenery that I cut out is from my die from AliExpress that I showed in my craft mix, I think 2 weeks ago. I already used it on several cards because it's just the perfect size for card making. And here I am making a nice cluster with all of the greenery that I did. I always cut out more than I think I need, because you don't know how many you need exactly of the leaves when you are rearranging or arranging them on your cards. The flowers that I'm gluing on are really old ones that I once bought in a craft store, and I thought the burlap flowers are really cute on this vintage card. In the middle there are cute red beads. They came with the flowers. And yeah, I thought it would be a nice addition here to frame the sentiment on this card. And I am adjusting some of the die cuts by cutting off the stems so that they fit in my cluster a little bit better. And yeah, making such an arrangement just takes some time to make it as nice as you want it. But it really calms me. It's so relaxing for me to make these clusters, so I really like to do that. So I always try to make a batch of leaves and flowers when I am die cutting one night, so that I can use them on several projects and don't need to cut the things project by project. that I have them in my stash and can take them out whenever I want. So yeah, and I'm almost finished with this. Yeah, I am. Well, this card can stand on its own because it's equal on both sides. But if you don't want it, of course, you can put a ribbon or some baker's twine through both of the holes and hang it on the wall. I don't know to who I'm going to give this card, so I didn't do anything with it. You can as well do ribbons through both of the holes just for decoration. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm thinking about it. Maybe it's all really nice to put some ribbon through it and hang it somewhere. I'm not sure. Now I'm gluing down the other ones of the snowflakes. I cut out 3 of them, uneven numbers. And at the end I'm thinking I missed something on top of the white pieces. I didn't want to put rhinestones or bling there because the card already sparkles a lot from the red glitter foam. So I've decided to pull out my trusted Nouveau drops, the red ones, to top off this card. And I am going to flip my cards upside down. Here I'm going to test out my Nouveau drops. Always test out on a scrap piece of paper first, because you don't know how it is coming out the first time. So here you see me put it on. I flipped my card so I can reach it better. And yeah, I'm taking a last look, and this is the finished card for today. I hope you liked my video and this card. If you do, please give me a big thumbs up, and I hope you will be back for my next video. Bye for now.